Dawn broke over the Salish Sea, painting the gentle waves in brilliant shades of orange and pink. The world seemed to hold its breath, bathed in the soft glow of a new day, as if nature itself was preparing for something extraordinary. It was the kind of morning wildlife photographer Kaito Tanaka lived for, full of promise, possibility, and the thrill of the unknown. Standing on the weathered dock, camera bag slung over his shoulder, Kaito inhaled the crisp, salty breeze. The tang of the ocean filled his lungs, sharpening his senses and fueling his anticipation for whatever the day might bring. Renowned for his uncanny ability to capture the spirit of wild creatures, Kaito's images told stories that resonated around the globe. His photographs had inspired countless people to care about the natural world and its fragile beauty. On this day, his quest was to find orcas, the ocean's awe-inspiring giants, accompanied by a handful of excited tourists, each hoping for a glimpse of these magnificent animals in their natural habitat. The Ocean Wanderer, helmed by the seasoned Captain Dave, was more than just a boat to Kaito. It was his floating sanctuary, a place where adventure and serenity met on the open water. He moved among the group, helping with life vests and sharing whale-watching tips, his calm demeanor putting everyone at ease. His quiet confidence reassured even the most nervous first-timers. As the vessel slipped away from the dock, Kaito claimed his usual spot at the bow, expertly assembling his camera gear. Every lens and setting was chosen with care, ready to capture whatever wonders might appear. He scanned the endless blue, reading the subtle signs in the water and among the seabirds, tuned in to the ocean's every whisper, alert for the telltale ripple or distant spout that might signal the presence of orcas. The boat buzzed with laughter and anticipation as the shoreline slipped away, replaced by the vastness of open sea. The sense of adventure was palpable, uniting strangers in shared excitement. Kaito captivated the group with tales of orca intelligence and their close-knit families, turning the outing into a journey of discovery. His stories painted vivid pictures, deepening everyone's appreciation for these remarkable creatures. For him, the search was more than a photo opportunity. It was a chance to witness the wild's true wonder firsthand, to connect with nature in its purest form, and to share that magic with others. Wildlife photography demands patience, dedication, and a deep respect for nature, qualities that Kaito embodied wholeheartedly. For him, it was more than a profession, it was a lifelong passion and a calling that shaped his every decision. He'd endured freezing blinds and murky swamps, believing discomfort was a small price to pay for witnessing nature's purity firsthand. Each challenge only deepened his commitment, fueling his desire to capture the wild in its truest form. The thrill was in the connection, those fleeting moments when an animal revealed its true self, unguarded and authentic. These encounters were rare, but they made every hardship worthwhile. Kaito prepared meticulously for every expedition, aiming to be an invisible observer, earning trust from both animals and his fellow photographers. His attention to detail set him apart in the field. The greatest photographs, he believed, came from understanding, not confrontation. Patience and empathy were his most important tools. Yet there was an undeniable allure to being close to powerful creatures, feeling the planet's ancient rhythms pulse through the air and water. These moments reminded him of his place in the natural world. Through his lens, Kaito sought to capture not just images, but the very essence and untold stories of his subjects, hoping to reveal their personalities and struggles. On the Ocean Wanderer, he was truly in his element, knowing the orcapods by name and documenting their lives with care and respect. Each encounter added to his growing archive of memories. He felt a deep kinship with these intelligent mammals, hoping his images would inspire others to protect them and the fragile ecosystems they call home. This mission drove every risk he took, and every early morning he braved, pushing him to go further than he ever thought possible. For Kaito, each photograph was a testament to life, a bridge between worlds, and a reminder of what's at stake if we fail to protect it. Today, that calling would be tested in ways he never imagined, challenging both his skills and his resolve as never before. There! 11 o'clock! The shout rang out over the gentle hum of the boat's engine, slicing through the morning calm. Captain Dave's shout electrified the boat. Instantly, everyone rushed to the railings, eyes wide with anticipation, hearts pounding. Black dorsal fins broke the surface, a resident orca pod led by the legendary matriarch Echo, gliding with purpose and grace. Kaito's heart leapt as he raised his camera, focusing on the pod's synchronized movements, awed by their effortless unity. A calf breached, drawing cheers from the crowd, but Kaito sought the subtle moments, A mother's gentle glance, the pod's silent communication, the invisible threads that bound them together. The orca's immense size and power became clear as they drew near, their striking patterns bold against the deep blue sea, their presence commanding respect. Kaito captured Echo's wise, ancient eye, feeling privileged to witness such beauty and intelligence up close. The atmosphere was magical. Smiles and wonder filled the deck as the orcas swam alongside, their blows catching the sunlight and creating fleeting rainbows. It was a perfect encounter, one of those rare moments when wildlife dreams come true and time seems to stand still. Kaito was in a state of flow, each frame capturing the promise and energy of the morning, every click a memory in the making. The light was perfect, the subjects cooperative, and for a brief moment, the world felt full of hope and possibility. No one suspected the coming storm, the sudden shift that would soon test everyone on board. The idyllic scene was about to shatter, replaced by uncertainty and tension as the sky darkened. Nature, as always, had its own plans, reminding all that the ocean's beauty is matched only by its unpredictability. The pod's behavior changed, subtle but Kaito noticed. Storm, a large male, broke away and began circling the ocean wanderer, his movements sharp and erratic. Kaito's concern grew. This wasn't curiosity but agitation. Storm surfaced close, slapping his tail and drenching the deck, turning excitement to unease. Captain Dave tried to steer away, but Storm mirrored every move. The orca's eye was wide, breathing rapid, clear signs of stress or aggression. The other orcas kept their distance, wary of Storm's behavior. Each pass brought Storm closer, disappearing and reappearing unpredictably. The encounter's predictability was gone, replaced by fear. Kaito exchanged a worried glance with the captain. He'd never seen this before. Wild orcas rarely threatened humans, but nature is unpredictable. Storm surfaced at the bow, motionless, staring at them, a silent warning. The calm before the storm had arrived. The impact was sudden. Storm rammed the ocean wanderer with brutal force. The boat lurched, passengers thrown to the deck, panic erupting. Before anyone could react, Storm struck again, targeting the engine. The engine died. They were adrift, at the mercy of a furious orca. Captain Dave shouted for life vests as the boat took on water, tilting dangerously. Storm circled relentlessly, the attack unyielding. The reality set in, miles from shore, a sinking boat and a hostile whale. The once inviting sea was now a cold, dark threat. Kaito's mind raced. Why was this happening? There were no answers, only danger. The beautiful creature he'd devoted his life to had become a nightmare. The dream encounter was now a desperate fight for survival. The passengers clung to hope as chaos reigned. The wild had turned on them. Amid the panic and confusion, Kaito's composure took over. He rescued a young woman sliding toward the water, then quickly helped Captain Dave free the emergency life raft. Kaito's calm steadied others, urging them to help each other and move together toward safety. As Storm rammed the boat again, a cooler slid toward a child. Kaito shielded the boy, taking the blow himself. Ignoring his pain, he kept directing the evacuation, inspiring others to act bravely. The life raft inflated, becoming a beacon of hope for everyone. Kaito helped passengers board, ensuring everyone was safe before considering his own escape. His bravery was contagious, turning fear into determined action. He was the last to leave the sinking boat, focused on saving lives above all. His own safety was never his priority, only the safety of others. With everyone in the raft, Kaito prepared to jump from the sinking ocean wanderer. But Storm surfaced, blocking his path, a terrifying standoff. The raft's occupants watched in horror as Kaito waited for an opening. When the orca dipped below, Kaito leaped into the icy water, pain flaring in his side. He swam toward the raft, hope surging as he neared safety. Suddenly Storm resurfaced beneath him, launching Kaito into the air. Disoriented, Kaito was struck by the orca's tail and pulled under. The raft's passengers screamed, helpless as their hero vanished. The water stilled, marked only by ripples. The pod disappeared as suddenly as the attack began. When rescue arrived, Kaito was gone. The man who celebrated the ocean's beauty had been claimed by its depths. His sacrifice would not be forgotten. Kaito Tanaka's sudden death shocked both the wildlife and photography worlds, serving as a stark reminder of nature's unpredictability and power. The tragedy immediately sparked debate about wildlife tourism, our responsibilities, and our place in the wild. Experts speculated on Storm's aggression, illness, injury, or confusion, but the true cause remains a mystery, lost to the depths. Nature holds secrets we may never fully unlock or understand. Kaito's story is defined not by its end but by his passion, bravery, and deep compassion for all living things. He was a true hero, sacrificing himself for the safety and lives of others. The survivors owe their lives to him, carrying his memory and courage forever. His photographs remain windows into the wild, inspiring awe, wonder, and advocacy for nature. Through his art, Kaito's voice for the voiceless endures, echoing across generations. His spirit lives on in every image, a lasting tribute to a man who loved and illuminated the wild world.